In the early 1980s, if you had enough money put aside and an interest in watching your favorite movies at home, you could get your hands on a VCR. Introduced in the 70s, the VHS had become the most popular viewing format and was starting to reach its peak at the dawn of the new decade. Thanks to the VHS, you could watch your favorite releases right at home in what was at the time the best quality available on the market. People weren't just getting these new pieces of tech just to watch their favorite cinema releases at home, however. With the dawn of VHS came a whole new medium that had yet to have any restrictions placed on it. There was no classification system, no requirement to have your video sent to any editor or censor. You could release your tape uncut, uncertified, and uncensored with the greatest of ease. Through word of mouth, tape sharing, and good old mom and pop video stores that had shelves upon shelves of tapes for your viewing pleasure, these uncensored, gory, taboo-breaking videos became a cult phenomenon which would be known as the video Nasties. Thanks to a self-righteous justice warrior by the name of Mary Whitehouse, the video Nasties had garnered the attention of the British government and Maggie Thatcher. Suddenly, it was deemed immoral and irresponsible for anybody to own these videos that were deemed too gruesome for people that may have a nervous disposition. It wasn't too long before these tapes were becoming associated with criminal activity that was being reported by the media. Rapes and murders were being blamed on the tapes, and in a classic straw man argument of "let's think of the children," it was deemed that action needed to be taken against these video nasties before children had any idea of repeating what they may have seen when sneaking through their parents' video collections. Video stores were raided, store owners were fined, and I heard that some even faced jail time for not adhering to the laws of that government. Eventually, the ultimate form of censorship took place when it was made clear that no matter what form of action was taken, people were finding ways of getting their hands on these tapes. The police were instructed to get their hands on as many copies of these tapes as they could find. They were apparently monitored and judged on whether or not they should be added to a list of films that would be prosecuted for their so-called crimes against society. The films that were deemed the worst of the bunch would then be thrown into an incinerator, the ultimate form of censorship, simply wiping them off the face of the earth so that nobody else could get their hands on them. All because Maggie Thatcher and the British government didn't like the fact that they had no control over a new video format. The rapes and murders, while they did happen, were not because of the video nasties. False survey results on children and adults alike, and a huge push from the media which backed the government agenda to strike fear and terror caused a mass moral panic in the country over films that would now otherwise be forgotten. In the end, the government lost. These films have been remembered and are still being shared across the country. You can even get them on Blu-ray now. These are the 72 films that Britain tried to destroy. These are the video nasties.